So my name is Flora Lechner. I'm from Austria and I graduated in August 2020. So the project that you can see at Kazan is called Divan. It's a kind of creature-like divan. It's a continuation of my graduation project called Shapeshifter. So the Shapeshifter, my graduation project, is an abstruse fitness machine dealing with the obsession of running after the perfect contour, while being trapped in this endless cycle of permanent performative acts of self-realization. So since I graduated already almost a year ago, I wanted to kind of do a new project that is still reacting towards my graduation project, but still kind of opening up new themes. So I created the Divan that is actually made out of parts of the original project. So the Shapeshifter became the mother object of the Divan, who is that is now kind of this first object of a series of continuational objects. My biggest challenge in the design process was, I would say, since it was in a time of lockdown and Corona, time management, because it felt like this very slow and quiet time. So we were all kind of struggling in a sense of keeping motivated, but at the same time, always having this belly feeling of to kind of keep going. But that was also in some way positive because it gave time to reflect on certain things that I would have maybe not taken my time to reflect upon. The outcomes of pandemic that were kind of positive or in some way positive were kind of taking your time in a way, thinking what is important for you and really getting back to yourself, saying like, okay, I really enjoy building with my hands and not all the time staring at the computer. I think this time really made me realize that, and that was really important for me. The future for this project is, since like the Divan is just the first step, like it's the first child of the Shapeshifter. And I can see that continuing, since there are still a lot of more parts that can become new children, new objects. So yes, I see that as I already tried to showcase with the Shapeshifter, as this kind of endless cycle. So there will be more and more objects dealing with similar topics and kind of sideways. So that's one way to go, but at the same time, I still feel that I can still develop more fitness machines that maybe generate even more children. So creating this crazy shape-shifting evolution. I hope that I can look back and see that I produced quite a lot of new objects, ways to go. I want to keep this way of crafting my objects. I hopefully will work also with new materials, and I am working with other people also together, and I hope also this will become more and more. So I don't have this concrete path, and I don't know exactly where I will be in 5 years, but I think that's also good to not know and be flexible with that. Tips that I would give fellow students is to never give up and really think big, even though you're kind of struggling and thinking like, oh wow, where will that lead me towards? But I think it's always nice, because on the way you will realize, shit, that didn't went how I wanted it. But then maybe it's even better. And also sometimes when you have this big challenges in front of you and you manage to achieve them, this is really a big reward. So yeah, never think too practical, like always go a bit crazy.